associated with ISF or India Sme Forums in the last 5 years, and help to reach out to market in a much more better way, help to even reorganize the way we do business. So we were one of the companies where in the HR and compliance space where we were invited, and the entire amount was paid by the government. So that was a wonderful thing, and the whole experience was very, very good. The entire team is fantastic. They're always available for helping you out. They just a WhatsApp message away or a call away. And personally, I have never found an issue in reaching out to them. And at the same time, once we are engaged, a lot of opportunities has come my way. So I think anyone who's joining India Sme Forum needs to keep, if they are very much interested to expand their business, they're very much interested how to expand the business, how to get money, how to get business planning, how to do the sales planning. I think India Sme Forum really does well.
I'm associated with India SME Forum, and my experience with them is incredible. The whole team is working 24/7 dedicatedly to help entrepreneurs in the country, especially the women entrepreneurs who belong from underprivileged sections, who is having language barriers, who doesn't have the ease of access to avail benefits and opportunities which the government is providing. For entrepreneurs like us, those who are working on small scale, for which it is very difficult for us to understand the guidelines given by government, so that we can work wholeheartedly, we can have ease of access, we can have ease to finances, we can have ease to opportunities.
We got associated with India SME Forum in 2013. We got exposed to a lot of new business opportunities and as well as international opportunities. And the end-to-end experience has been phenomenal through India SME Forum. They have been a great host and working towards common goals of betterment of SMEs in India.
Thank you SME for sponsoring my Las Vegas trip, which proved to be a very productive, profitable and encouraged trip.
My career got a boom when I connected myself with SME Forum. Here, they made me aware of GEM and also told me about the various schemes given by the Ministry of MSME to all the women entrepreneurs. Not only this, they also enlightened me to market my product in a different way, giving it a new dimension. Thank you SME Forum for all your support and guidance. Much appreciated.
India Small and Medium Enterprises Forum had given me an opportunity to showcase Northeast India's handmade product internationally by sponsoring my visit. The networking opportunities were very helpful, connecting me with different business people and also to understand the international market. Right now we are in the process of developing a self-sustaining village model in Manipur, including a project to extract essential oil and to cultivate aromatic plants.
India SME Forum has helped me to participate in international market and explore business opportunities. And even it's helped me to claim the cost of the education from the Ministry of MSME. ISF के जरिए मैंने पहली बार ग्लोबल मार्केट को समझा और उसमें काम करने के सर्विस स्टैंडर्ड को जाना.
We are from biotech healthcare industry. Genetics has been part of the India SME Forum for the last 6-7 years. It has brought us a lot of value and learning, and as a small industry benefits from part of this forum, I know, as well as coming from the Government of India.
India SME Forum has given me a big platform, and it is because of the opportunity I could come into contact of a bigger network, which is proving me very much helpful for my business.
A very good morning and a very warm welcome to the inaugural ceremony of Odisha State MSME Virtual Expo 2022. I am Sushma Morthania, Director General, India SME Forum. I am privileged and with a lot of pleasure, I welcome all the entrepreneurs and members who have tuned in and joined us today for this inaugural. It is my pleasure to invite our chief guest of the day, Shri Amar Patnaik, Member of Parliament in Rajya Sabha from the state of Odisha. Namaskar and welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
May I also welcome our guest of honor, Shri Dhananjay P. Srivastava, Deputy Director General, Ministry of MSME, Government of India. Sir, namaskar, welcome.
Namaste. Namaste.
I would like to introduce and invite the hosts of this program, Shri P.K. Gupta, Joint Director and Head of Office, MSME DI Cuttack. Welcome to you, Gupta sir.
Sir, namaskar Patnaik sir, namaskar Srivastava sir. Namaskar sir.
Namaskar. And I would like to welcome Shri Vinod Kumar, President, India SME Forum.
आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार।
I would like to give a little brief on this program and the virtual expo that we are organizing. Before that, very briefly, I would like to mention about India SME Forum. We are a not-for-profit organization founded in 2011. We started with a small group of 400 plus entrepreneurs, and today we have grown to 95,000 plus MSMEs across India, of which 7,000 plus are women entrepreneurs. Our membership from Odisha is 800 plus, and we intend to grow this membership in the coming years. COVID has taught us and has brought the world closer through online medium. And just with that, keeping that in mind, we have planned a series of virtual expos, not just for women entrepreneurs or sector-based, but state-based, because each state comes with their own strengths, and we would like to introduce entrepreneurs and enterprises and products of that state to entire India. I would like to tell all our MSME friends that online is a very, very accessible, cheap, and a very robust medium to meet MSME fraternity that you need or you need to interact with, collaborate with, partner with, not just in India, but also globally. We always talk about accessing global markets, but we are losing out on a lot of MSMEs and a lot of business that we can do through different states. And this is the sole objective of this virtual expo. This expo features 106 enterprises from varied sectors, mainly textiles, coir, food products, agro-based products, and few manufacturing products. We anticipate and we are expecting more than 2,000 plus visitors from across India. Of course, members of India SME Forum would be visiting, but these numbers I am mentioning apart from India SME Forum members. We are also expecting some visitors from our international collaborative partners. So we expect some buyers from out of India as well. We will definitely present a report during the valedictory function on the number of visitors and the sectors from which the visitors are and what kind of business would be done and what would be the outcome. During this expo, we will also be conducting few sessions on how to go about filing of GST, why GST is important for doing important for online business. We have few sessions on e-commerce and e-commerce enablement from leading market players of e-commerce platforms. We will also be talking about listing your products on GEM platform because government procurement plays one of the major roles for MSMEs because we are still not able to comply with the 25% procurement, and somewhere MSMEs are still lagging behind to fill that space of 25%. And of course, we will talk about various schemes on credit support, market access, market promotion, and of course, schemes of our Ministry of MSME. So, this expo we are hosting along with MSME DI Cuttack with the support of Ministry of MSME. So thanks to Gupta sir and always very supportive Ministry of MSME. So thank you very much Srivastava sir for your continued cooperation and support. So with that, without taking much time, I would like to invite Shri P.K. Gupta, Joint Director and Head of Office MSME DI Cuttack, to say a few words, sir.
Thank you, Sushma ma'am. Honorable Member of Parliament, Odisha, Shri Amar Patnaik ji, Shri D.P. Srivastava sir, Deputy Director General, Office of DC MSME, Ministry of MSME, Government of India, Shri Vinod Kumar ji, Honorable President, India SME Forum, Madam Sushma ji, and from MSME DI Cuttack, I welcome all of you, and it is hearty good morning to all of you, sir. I think this is, sir, this is one of the big programs which has been organized by MSME DI Government of India virtually in the state during the COVID and after this pandemic period also. And we are thankful that India SME Forum had taken our support, and they are doing it virtually, which is Odisha State MSME Expo. And sir, this is one of its kind of program because if you see the figures, there are approximately, sir, 106 participants, and out of that, 75 are women and 8 from SC/ST. So around 80% of the participants, sir, are from SC/ST and women. And as per the Government of India public procurement policy and the emphasis given by Government of India, 4% purchase has to be done from, sir, it is from SC/ST and 3% from women. But if you really see the data, it would be around approximately less than 1%. So this now state MSME Expo, Odisha State MSME Expo is giving trust for women and SC/ST, which is the mandate of, sir, Government of India, Ministry of MSME. It's everybody's mandate. And nothing better than having Shri Amar Patnaik ji, Honorable Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, a very known personality. And sir, I think we have attended many programs under your guidance and leadership, sir. We are thankful, sir, you are here. And D.P. Srivastava sir is always guiding and, sir, putting energy to DIs on all over India that you have to perform, you have to do well for the promotion and development of MSME, sir. So again, sir, on behalf of MSME DI, sir, I'm thankful to D.P. Srivastava sir that you have spared your valuable time, sir. And we hope, sir, because as said by Sushma Madam, sir, there are a number of, sir, seminars and workshops. It is again a need-based a very ground level, very low, what you can say, ground level theme like GST, Udhamarization, banking issues, schemes. Many of you know, sir, that MSME, they don't know about the schemes. The schemes are there, but they don't take the advantage because they perceive this as a government department. Going to a government and asking for a schemes would be a very cumbersome process. But we want to tell them that please come forward. All the schemes are online. You have to apply online. There is no human interface, sir, and everywhere it is a time lag, sir. If I don't approve, I don't forward, I don't recommend that their applications within a time bound manner to my headquarter, I am answerable, sir. And same thing is in with my headquarter also, sir. Everything is time bound. So with this, we want that all participating MSMEs, they should take the advantage. They should use this platform to market the products, to get orders, and to grow. And I think, sir, with the support of Honorable MP, DDG, sir, we would be able to get good results of this Odisha State MSME Expo. Again, on behalf of MSME DI and India MSME Forum, I welcome, sir, and thank you, sir, for sparing valuable time. Sir, बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you very much, Gupta sir. Thank you. May I now request our President, Shri Vinod Kumar, to deliver the opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Sushma ji. It's a pleasure to be here. We had anticipated quite a time, I think 6-7 months back that we should do something of this kind in Odisha specifically. So today we are here. I warmly welcome Honorable Shri Amar Patnaik sir. He's been a leading light to all of us, and we all follow him intently. His musings, his writings are all appreciated throughout the country. We know he has a lot of followers, and we are also his followers, so there's no two ways about it. Honorable Shri D.P. Srivastav sir, DDG sir at the Ministry of MSME. He's again been a sort of important figure for us in the Ministry of MSME with his straightforward, leaning towards, work to be completed, and we are always in awe of him. Honorable Shri P.K. Gupta, Joint Director MSME DI Cuttack. It's such a pleasure to be here today. And I remember, a lot of my friends, both from the civil services, outside the civil services, engineers, and people I've worked with in my career have been from Odisha. So I have a special connection to Odisha in that manner. I have always seen Odisha as, one of the largest states in India. We talk about it being the 8th largest state, and its wide coastal area, which I'm not sure whether we've been actually able to use it to its full potential. The other very significant thing that I know about is, in terms of the audience, we compared to other states, we are talking about a rural audience, which is almost 83-85%, if I'm not wrong, of the total population of 4.6-4.7 crores. The other very important thing that I know about Odisha is its penchant for, I would say, education, for literacy. And what we find is almost a 73-74% literacy rate in Odisha. Now, the one thing that I wanted to connect with livelihood and with possibilities is the fact that if we are able to even, showcase 200-300 stories of success of people from Odisha and able to maybe inspire a new generation which is no longer going to look for jobs. All of the people are extremely intelligent, are extremely hardworking. So there is no two ways that we will see loads and loads of success. Obviously, the state government is also, I think, one of the first state governments which set up an MSME department. There are still states which don't have MSME departments. So the state has also been very proactive. But I think we need a sort of a push wherein we can not just look at the urban centers, but also the rural areas. There is a huge possibility in terms of what we can help in terms of rural enterprises, in terms of rural agro-based enterprises, and the key results that we have seen even in states like Northeast and J&K and all that, which can be translated there also. And I don't see any reason why Odisha needs to be, a state with lesser number of enterprises than any other state. And in fact, looking at its literacy rate compared to a UP, compared to a Bihar, compared to a Madhya Pradesh, we should have more enterprises in Odisha when compared to the other three states. I would genuinely wish success to this venture, Sushma ji. It is I would also be available for anything that you would like to do in Odisha on the ground, whether that could be in the form of outreach programs or enterprise development programs, anything that you think is possible. And I wish all success to this program. I personally also ensure that I am able to spread out the news of this expo to as many people as possible. I'm sure with your membership, obviously you will have a lot of people coming in, but I will try and do my best in taking it forward. With that, thank you very much for inviting me to this August inauguration. I'd like to hear the other speakers now. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. In fact, while you mentioned, sir, that India SME Forum is here to support all our MSME friends to grow their business, I would like to take this opportunity to mention to Dr. Patnaik, our honorable guest here, that sir, we need more inclusion and more participation from women in entrepreneurship. And somewhere, I believe that that needs to be pushed in the state of Odisha. I would like to mention here, it is a coincidence or what, but last 3 secretaries were from Odisha, Dr. Anup Pujari, Dr. Arun Panda, the present secretary, Shri B.B. Swain, and somewhere, this soft corner for Odisha is always there, and we would really like to actually do some on-ground activities, also increase participation, because I would like to mention here, sir, that we are currently training through the National Commission for Women in the state of J&K, in the state of Uttar Pradesh. We are training more than 12,000 women, sir, and we are mentoring. We have 200 plus mentors on our panel, and we are mentoring on one-to-one basis to all these to women. Primarily, the whole idea is that even if we target SHG women, and by training them, talking to them about livelihood, if we are able to convert even 5 to 10% of women to a higher order enterprise, or be able to create an enterprise, it will definitely lead to a good amount of job creation and participation of women entrepreneurs in the economy. So that was my humble request, sir, that if you could support this cause in any way. With that, I would like to invite our guest of honor, Shri Dhananjay P. Srivastava, Deputy Director General, Ministry of MSME, Government of India, to say a few words, sir.
धन्यवाद सुषमा जी. Honorable Member of Parliament Sri Amar Patnaik ji, Joint Director MSME DI Khatak Sri P.K. Gupta ji, President India SME Forum Sri Vinod जी. सबसे पहले मैं उड़ीसा स्टेट MSME एक्सपो में इनवाइट करने के लिए इंडिया SME फोरम को धन्यवाद देता हूं. MSME एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्टर है हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था का. यदि आप नेशनल सैंपल सर्वे का डेटा देखें तो कंट्री में 6 करोड़ 34 लाख MSME हैं, जो लगभग 11 करोड़ लोगों को रोजगार प्रदान करते हैं. इसमें से 19 लाख MSME जो है उड़ीसा में है. ये सेक्टर सबसे ज़्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोवाइड करता है एग्रीकल्चर के बाद से। जीडीपी में एमएसएमई का शेयर लगभग 30% है। एक्सपोर्ट में भी एमएसएमई का शेयर लगभग 48% है। इतना ही नहीं, यदि आप देखें जो जीएसटी में रजिस्ट्रेशन है और जो इंटरप्राइजेज रजिस्टर कर रही हैं और जिनका टर्नओवर लेस देन 250 करोड़ है, उनकी संख्या 95% से ज़्यादा है। इससे आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि ये सेक्टर कितना बड़ा है और इसका इम्पैक्ट हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था पे कितना ज़्यादा है। एमएसएमई सेक्टर के कुछ इश्यूज भी हैं, क्रेडिट रिलेटेड इश्यूज हैं, मार्केट इश्यूज हैं, क्वालिटी के इश्यूज हैं, और इन सारी प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने के लिए एमएसएमई मंत्रालय में बहुत सारी स्कीम्स भी हैं। ऐसे कुछ का मैं जिक्र करना चाहूँगा। जो हमारी सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट स्कीम है उसका नाम है प्राइम मिनिस्टर एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम। इस स्कीम के तहत यदि आप कोई माइक्रो यूनिट सेटअप करते हैं तो प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट का अप टू 35% तक सब्सिडी भारत सरकार देती है। इस स्कीम के तहत पिछले वित्तीय वर्ष में 2020-21 में 75,000 यूनिट सेटअप हुए हैं। उसमें से 3,171 यूनिट उड़ीसा स्टेट में सेटअप हुए हैं। क्रेडिट की प्रॉब्लम्स एमएसएमई में काफ़ी रहती है, खासकर कोविड पीरियड में ये समस्या और बढ़ गई है। इसको रिजॉल्व करने के लिए, इसको ध्यान में रखते हुए भारत सरकार ने इमरजेंसी क्रेडिट लाइन गारंटी स्कीम स्टार्ट की। हम बताना चाहेंगे कि अब तक इस स्कीम के तहत 1,17,00,000 बोरोवर को फायदा हुआ है और इसमें जो गारंटी अमाउंट इन्वॉल्व थी वो 3 लाख करोड़ की थी। यदि हम उड़ीसा स्टेट की बात करें, इस स्कीम के तहत 9 लाख बोरोवर को फायदा हुआ है और इसमें जो गारंटी अमाउंट इन्वॉल्व थी वो 6,000 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा की थी। एक और हमारी इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम है क्रेडिट गारंटी फंड ट्रस्ट फॉर माइक्रो एंड स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेस। इस स्कीम के अंतर्गत आप 2 करोड़ तक कोलेटरल फ्री लोन ले सकते हैं और इस पर भारत सरकार अप टू 85% गारंटी देती है। इसका मतलब है लोन लेने के बाद से यदि माइक्रो और स्मॉल एंटरप्राइज उस लोन को रिपे नहीं कर पाती किसी जेन्युइन रीजन की वजह से, उसका भुगतान भारत सरकार करती है। पिछले वित्तीय वर्ष में 2020-21 में 8 लाख से ज्यादा गारंटी दी गई है इस स्कीम के तहत और उसमें जो अमाउंट इन्वॉल्व था वो 37,000 से भी ज्यादा था। यदि हम उड़ीसा स्टेट की बात करें, इसमें 28,000 से ज्यादा गारंटी दी गई है और जो उसमें अमाउंट इन्वॉल्व था वो 1,000 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा था। एक और हमारी इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम है जिसका नाम है पब्लिक प्रोक्योरमेंट पॉलिसी। इसमें ये मैंडेटरी है सीपीएसईज के लिए कि वो अपनी टोटल खरीदारी का कम से कम 25% माइक्रो और स्मॉल इंटरप्राइजेज से ही करें। यदि हम पिछले साल का डेटा देखें 2020-21 का, तो सीपीएसई ने 41,000 करोड़ की से भी ज्यादा की खरीदारी माइक्रो और स्मॉल इंटरप्राइजेज से की है, जो उनकी पूरी खरीदारी का 28% है। एक और हमारी महत्वपूर्ण स्कीम है जिसका नाम है माइक्रो स्मॉल एंटरप्राइज क्लस्टर डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम। इसमें कॉमन फैसिलिटी सेंटर और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट के लिए भारत सरकार वित्तीय मदद देती है और उड़ीसा स्टेट में इस स्कीम के तहत 3 सीएफसी कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं और 4 पे काम चल रहा है। जो प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट हुए हैं उसके बारे में हम बताना चाहेंगे। राइस मिल क्लस्टर है संबलपुर में, कैशवी क्लस्टर है गंजम जो जगह है वहां पर है, और फार्मास्यूटिकल क्लस्टर है कटक में। इसके अलावा 3 आईडी प्रोजेक्ट्स कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं और 3 पर काम चल रहा है। इसके अलावा बहुत सारी स्कीम है भारत सरकार की जिसके थ्रू हम लोग एमएसएमई को मदद करने की कोशिश करते हैं और इन सारी स्कीम को एमएसएमई तक पहुंचाने की जिम्मेदारी जो है हमारी एमएसएमई डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट्स की है। पूरे भारतवर्ष में 32 डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं और 27 ब्रांच डीआई हैं। उड़ीसा स्टेट में डीआई कटक है और ब्रांच डीआई रायगढ़ और राउरकेला में है। हमारी हर एक जो डीआई है एक इंटरप्राइज फैसिलिटेशन सेंटर की तरह काम करती है। वहां पर एमएसएमई को किसी तरह की समस्या हो उसका समाधान वहां पर होता है। यदि किसी एमएसएमई को स्कीम की जानकारी लेनी है कि सेंट्रल मिनिस्ट्री के स्कीम्स क्या हैं, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की कौन कौन सी स्कीम है, कौन कौन लोग एलिजिबल हैं, इसका बेनिफिट कैसे लें, उसमें फर्दर कुछ जानकारी लेनी है, कैसे अप्लाई करना है, बैंक से कैसे अप्रोच करना है, ये सारी चीज़ों का फैसिलिटेशन हमारी एमएसएमई डीआई करती है। इसके अलावा उद्यम में रजिस्ट्रेशन कराना हो, जेम में रजिस्ट्रेशन कराना हो, जीएसटी में रजिस्ट्रेशन कराना हो, इनका भी फैसिलिटेशन हमारी डीआई करती है। इसके अलावा जो हमारी भारत सरकार और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम्स हैं, उनका अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम भी हमारी एमएसएमई डीआई करती है। एमएसएमई सेक्टर ग्रोथ में इंडस्ट्री का भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है। मैंने देखा है पिछले कुछ सालों में इंडिया एसएमई फोरम ने काफ़ी एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट किया जो भारत सरकार के जो अपने प्रोग्राम्स हैं। इसके लिए मैं इंडिया एसएमई फोरम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आपने एक्टिवली इतना पार्टिसिपेट किया है। और मेरा ये मानना है कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के इनिशिएटिव से और जो उड़ीसा में इंडस्ट्री हैं उनके इनिशिएटिव से उड़ीसा स्टेट में बहुत तेजी से विकास होगा। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। अब मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगी हमारे माननीय मुख्य अतिथि डॉक्टर अमर पटनायक जी एंड गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर श्री धनंजय पी श्रीवास्तव जी कि आप इस एक्सपो को ओपन करें। सो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट both of you to declare this expo open. So may I request you, sir, just to say that I declare this Odisha State MSME Virtual Expo open. Please, sir.
I declare the Odisha MSME Expo, Virtual Expo 2022 open.
Thank you very much, sir. We are very, very eager to hear your words, sir. So may I request you to address the gathering, sir.
Thank you so much, Sushma ji and Sri Srivastav ji, Mr. Gupta, Mr. Vinod Kumar. Thank you so much for inviting me here. So it's indeed a privilege for me. This is one sector which has been very close to my heart, as it should be for the entire India as well, for economists and public policy practitioners. Because if there is a sector which is contributing 30% to the GDP, then it is really an important sector. Bothering us for such a long time. If it is inequity, that is wealth or income, both inequities which is bothering us for a long time, then it is again this sector, the MSME sector, that we have to look up to. So it's no gainsaying that this is assumed importance in the current times. The government has, any government which has been there, they have tried to bring in a dynamic policy shifts requiring, or in tandem with the requirement of the times, so as to make this sector grow. Now, as far as the potential is concerned, potential for contribution, increasing its contribution to the GDP is enormous. Its potential as far as increasing its, people who are in the MSME sector, to increase it from 11 crores out of 134 crores, I think there is enormous potential. If it is 40% of exports, if you look at the Niti Aayog reports, you would be surprised to know that the contribution of the MSME sector goods in the entire basket of export goods which is there in the world is still minuscule. So again, there is a lot of potential. So there are lots of potential which is there for us to unlock by appropriate public policy, appropriate implementation of those policies, which is very, very important. As you know, India is not great at implementation. We may have very well designed policies, and that is why I think these the role of the department is well laid out. Organizations like you, that is the India SME Forum, or several or any other kind of institutional structures available, they have a very, very significant role to play. And of course, the other stakeholders who are involved in this, may it be the banks, may it be the big companies who are sourcing from the MSMEs, everybody has an important role to play. They must realize that the driver of growth in India would be the MSMEs. And currently, approximately 99% of our industry are in this sector after the revised norms for qualification to be called as an MSME. And therefore, our concentration has to be both in policy space as well as in implementation space, as well as in creating the right kind of narrative, has to be in the MSME space. Now, the point is, I know Mr. Srivastava would be aware, the Standing Committee on Finance, which is of which I am a member for the last 4 years, we have been grappling with this issue for the last 3 years. And we are still currently working on getting a paper out or getting a report out, which will be placed in the parliament, relating to how to revive the MSME sector, or let's say how to energize the MSME sector. That would be the appropriate word. The MSME secretary, Mr. Swine, has been coming. He has many times over. We have called banks, we have called all the stakeholders, we have called the GST commissioners, we have called, and the process is on. I can assure you that we are doing an extremely serious job. The UK Sena committee report, we are going through it. We are going through all kinds of, we have invited participation from the MSME, these federations or organizations from different states. I remember people from Karnataka had come, people from Jharkhand had come, and we also did recognize that the NBFCs have a significant role to play, because a lot of credit is coming through them, even though they are not getting credit. So we have called them also. So you will see that in a short while from now, a report will be given to the parliament, which should actually be giving a clear direction for energizing this sector to all the departments of government. We have the mandate. We are seriously working on it, and it has been bipartisan, because all political parties' representatives are in this committee. I must say that what has been the most worrying fact for all of us, is the fact that still only 23% of the MSMEs are in the formal credit channel. That's the most worrying aspect, and that should bother the Ministry of MSME as well. We are not happy when we say that out of 6,000 complaints that had been received, 5,900 had been redressed by just saying that they had been referred to the consent bank. It is not a redressal. The redressal will happen when they actually get the credit. We are very clear on these. We have got all this data all the time, and I don't know, I may have spoken. If I get a chance again, I'll be speaking in the parliament on this. So the most important thing now for all of is to get all the people who are in the MSME sector onto the portal, onto the portal. We have to get them registered. So that is the most important thing. Now imagine all the data which has been given by Mr. Srivastava. How does it make a difference if it only affects 23% of the MSMEs? Even if you are having the collateral-free loan, emergency credit guarantee line is a very good thing, but it is a temporary measure. Please remember, this is a temporary measure. It's not going to, it will only solve the problem of the MSMEs to a limited extent. It is not going to be a sustainable solution. The fund of funds, all the schemes, brilliant schemes, but when it's addressing only 23% of the MSMEs, what's the use of these schemes? And I think I had written about this in the newspaper. I had written a letter to the Prime Minister on this, because this is where we have to concentrate. Now, after getting the registration of the people, Then comes the factors of production. Of course, that is, the land is not a major issue here. Most of the states have, solved this issue significantly, because it's only the big industries which face this problem. The biggest problem is the capital. One is the capital to start, another is the working capital. And there again, despite all, I'm being very, very, truthful and about this, that what we have heard across the across the MSME sector in different states is the fact that formal banking channels are not lending without collaterals, despite all the schemes that we have. Now, this is something that we are seriously addressing in the Standing Committee on Finance. We have called the banks, we have called the MSME associations, we have called some MSMEs themselves, and we have also called MSMEs to understand, and the banks to understand, that it is very important not to give credit. It is very important to give credit timely and to adequate quantity. If you do not give timely credit, and if you do not give of the requisite amount, it actually serves no purpose. And the MSMEs which are working in a very thin margin, they don't really gain much from this kind of exercise. So this is something, timely and affordable credit, which is a thumb rule for any industry, but it's more so for the MSME sector. We are aware of it. We are working on it. Our report will contain this. Then the other aspect is we heard significant number of complaints relating to GST. So, and unfortunately, I think this is something which the MSME department should have been working on, but our report would contain that, because we have called the GST commissioner, because with the Standing Committee on Finance, which automatically all the Ministry of Revenue reports to us, or comes before us. So we are having these consultations. We would be able to give you some solutions. The trades, a lot of things have happened, but I think this convergence is lacking. Some minor tweaks here and there could actually solve the problem. So hopefully, when the report finally comes out, you will have something which would actually benefit all of us. By saying all these things, I am in no way demeaning the activities which is being currently carried out by the MSME department or by the GST, or everybody has a soul and heart for the MSME sector. Let me tell you with this very clearly across the party lines. But the problem is, I think someone has to apply their mind in a holistic manner with a kind of a whole of government approach, and that's what we have adopted. So you can look forward to this report. We should be able, through this report, in another 6 months' time. That's what I foresee. I would talk about Odisha, to say that as far as Odisha is concerned, as you are aware, as Madam talked about, Sushma ji talked about, we have 7 lakh SHGs, women SHGs, and that is 70 lakh women. Now, these 7 lakh women, they have been supported by the government. We have given an assurance in our manifesto, and we are actually implementing that. We have already given them work to the extent of 3,000 crores, and our target is to give them 5,000 crores by 2024. Now, there are 2 possibilities here. First, that since they have understood the entrepreneurial, landscape, ecosystem, it is at this stage that we have to, both the MSME department, ministry, and the state MSME department, as well as all of you, should actually handhold them to go to the next level, register them first, go to the next level, and infuse technology. When I go to the field, a number of times, young girls, they said, we are no more interested in doing the silai and all kind of stuff. We want to graduate to a next level. So let's do that. This is the time, opportune time, to get technology in over there, and they can actually do much better and contribute more significantly to the state's economy. And this is easy, low-hanging fruit, because the list of women SHGs is available in Odisha. Just as in Kerala, it's a big revolution, the Kudumsri. So I think the women and our labor force participation of women is one of the lowest even in Southeast Asia. So we'll be doing a yeoman service if we can get even women entrepreneurs into this system, handhold them to go to the next level for those who are already at some level, and get more people into the system by showing the success of this. I fully agree that every district we should have at least 10 successful women entrepreneur SHG based systems who are using it from low to medium kind of technology to do better than what they were doing earlier. And I think that is where we would have made a significant contribution, all of us together, to this MSME growth of MSME in our country. The second point which I wanted to speak is relating to some of the great initiatives which has been done by Finance Minister by, on the bank guarantees. You don't have to do it actually by depositing that money which was happening earlier. But another thing which is important, that any new entrepreneur who is entering into the public procurement system obviously can't comply with the eligibility conditions. So, these are small things, but they're very important. So the entire process re-engineering which is required is something which we all have to work on, particularly the MSME department, because they are the nodal department for issuing guidelines for others to follow. The finance ministry, we were deliberate. In fact, there is a parliamentary standing committee on industry, which could actually have taken up this particular thing. But we deliberately did it from the finance point of view because we realized that credit was the big problem. And the other aspect was getting the trade receivables. And there are a lot of government is aware of it. They're doing quite a bit on it. The trade receivable aspect, as far as the PSUs are concerned, we in the Ministry of Finance, in the Standing Committee on Finance, since again the Department of Public Enterprises has come under this standing committee, we will be attacking this issue. But the private sector also has to play its role. A huge amount of credit, unnecessary credit time is taken by the private sector. So we have to do something about it, because besides the fact that they have a significant role to play in the economy, they must also realize that if the forward and the backward linkages don't work out, they don't eventually grow. So I would in fact suggest, this is just a thought which has come to me now, that we would in the finance committee may also invite some private sector. I don't know whether the MSME department has a list of private sector pending bills from the private sector companies of the MSMEs. If we have some kind of a figure like this, then the finance committee, I would suggest to the finance committee to even invite some of those private sector to understand why they are not clearing those bills. These are the two important issues. Of course, there are other issues. Many things can be done for boosting exports. Many things can be done for getting into new areas, niche areas. Many things could be done for market segmentation and finding out the actual segment where they should operate. You see, we have to understand that market is ruthless. Market always tries to discover the lowest price and the most economically efficient price. We can handhold a particular sector till a certain period of time, but that's not sustainable. So we have to build their capacities as well through these training programs that you have been organizing to come to a level where they can deal with the market themselves. I know it's tough, but we have to eventually do that. And lastly, I would request again to look at some sector-specific areas where the MSMEs could be promoted. In the particularly, 94% of are in the small sector. So in the Northeast or in every state, where which are labor intensive, but they can actually increase livelihood. Now, let me give you an example. I still feel, and I've been working on it, I've taken a number of MPs with me, to say that the handloom and handicraft sector in India has a lot of potential. It employs the largest number of people after agriculture. Whenever I go abroad, I think people are asking about, particularly not only the diaspora, but people of foreign origin are asking about our handloom and handicrafts. I have made a statement in Parliament to say that handloom and handicrafts are not only a part of our cultural tradition, they are a part of our spiritual wealth. You go to any temple in India, you would find the Devi or the God would be, the embellishment would be handloom or handicrafts. It will not be something which is powerloom based. So we are working quite a bit on it, but you could think about this. Let's say the Katak, the filigree work, which is unique in the world. But what is the export? It is only word of mouth by Oriya origin people. But I know that if it's a kind of miniature which is not seen anywhere in the world. So export market is something which we really have to explore, and I'm convinced that it is only when that happens, and Niti Aayog Amitabh Kant is also with me on this, that huge potential of exports that we have, and unless we do that, remunerative prices will not go to the original weavers or the artisans, and then they will leave this particular trade. We'll lose our culture, we'll lose our tradition. This is where I think I would suggest the SME Forum could work on, the MSME Ministry could work on. The other sector which I thought was technology, it is already happening. You know, the unicorns that we have been, we have at 66 unicorns, I think, and it is just growing. They are doing tremendously well. It is they who are actually driving the youth, you know, power, a kind of youth power to the economy. But I still feel that the last mile in delivery of any of the public services can still be done. There is a space there, service delivery, which can be done by the small entrepreneurs in the villages in the rural India. If you think about a banking mitra, I still feel that a community influencer or an organization of women SHGs who could actually do the financial inclusion much better than a banking mitra. Similar such kind of products you should think about. Ideation is the call of the time. Ideation is the need of the hour. And this ideation has to come from all of us. It is not the MSME Ministry alone which can give these ideas. It is you people who have to come with this. It is we who have to give these ideas. And therefore, I always say that there should be a portal where people actually post ideas. And then you select which one you would actually take it forward. It is just something like a regulatory sandbox. Again, it is in this context that I must mention that regulatory sandboxes, innovation sandboxes are being created everywhere. We have asked them to do it in RBI, we've asked them to do it in SEBI, we are asking everyone to do it. And if you insist on that, then these new entrepreneurs would get the confidence to not be grappling with compliance to laws, but will see that the product comes up and see how it succeeds, and then scale it up, and then follow the laws, of course. This is the method which is followed in many countries of the world. We will be mentioning this in our report too. I think I have taken more time than what is required. However, I would like to end by saying that this is something which the Odisha unit should be working on. I had a word with this chairman of SIDBI had spoken to me the other day, and they are giving a credit line of about 800 crores for training entrepreneurs in the small sector. And this is something that we must leverage. Convergence is something which is lacking. I've already written a letter to the chief secretary and have talked to him. I've talked to the chairman. I think this is something we should work on. I'm sure it is happening in the other states as well. So this convergence has to take place. The MSME cannot and should not be remaining as a poor cousin of the big industries. It has the potential. It has already taken off, and let us take it forward and make it bigger. I am with you on any of these enterprises or any kind of efforts that you want, endeavors that you want to undertake in this regard. I will do my best to support you in this. Please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you
very much, sir. That was really, very, really nice. A lot of encouragement from you. And, knowing the subject, I mean, I think I don't want to talk after you, but, we are completely overwhelmed with the fact that, you are actually speaking our language, what we've been trying to speak for the last 7, 8 years. So I think we will go get offline, sir, and we will share with you more stuff. Last time you had written to the Prime Minister, you had quoted our survey and both also in your newspaper article. We will continue to share a lot more stuff, sir. And we are extremely thankful for your leadership and your encouragement. And I'm very sure I've written all the points. We'll get back to you on each of these points, because I think we've done work on most of these, and it's completely in line with what you have said, sir. Thank you very much. Sushma ji, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Honorable sir, we are extremely grateful, and we are very, very overwhelmed and touched by your words, the direction that you have given. Of course, at India SME Forum, we are already working on these pointers, and offline we will share a lot of reports and details on what we have been doing with the support of Ministry of MSME, and of course a lot of contribution from our members, because we have a few successful entrepreneurs as our as a part of our task force, and they continue to contribute on what kind of sectoral issues, challenges, and what solutions, because that's the best way that we learn them, and makers, and the regulatory framework in what kind of ecosystem needs to be built for MSMEs to flourish. So once again, sir, I take this opportunity to thank our chief guest, Dr. Amar Patnaik, Member of Parliament in Rajya Sabha from the state of Odisha. Our guest of honor, Shri D.P. Srivastava, Deputy Director General, Ministry of MSME, Government of India. Our partners and associates of this initiative, Shri P.K. Gupta, Joint Director and Head of Office, MSME DI Cuttack, our President, Shri Vinod Kumar, and all our members from the state of Odisha and viewers who have tuned in today for this inaugural ceremony. Thank you very much for your time. And I would like to invite all the entrepreneurs, visitors, buyers, to please go on to indiasmeforum.org/Odisha. The address is right here on the screen. You are welcome. You are invited to visit our enterprises from the state of Odisha, collaborate, partner, and interact, and do business. I mean, it's very important that we become partners, we learn from each other, and flourish. So with that, I wish all of you a very, very happy Holi, very colorful and peaceful Holi. Honorable sir, wish you a very happy Holi too. Srivastava sir and Gupta sir, to you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And I also reciprocate and wish you a very, very happy Holi. Let it be Holi times for the entire Indian MSME.
Thank you, Patnaik sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dhanyawad, sir.
Namaskar, sir.